you guys. Happy Friday and welcome to Lunch Break Live. I'm Seyka. This is Cosmo. And in order to match him a little better, I'll put on my apron. Now, this Lunch Break Live is going to be getting a little crazy. We are making such fun food. We're going to be talking about different vegan cheese. We're talking about different products that are out there that can help you make fabulous foods, and we're putting it all together today. So let's jump right in.
Hey, can everyone hear us all right?
Yeah, can everybody hear us? Let us know.
We got some people on, yeah.
Perfect. Well, let's get started over here. I have some garlic oil in this pan. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Hold on one second. Sometimes it takes a second clicking, and then I'm afraid I'm going to light myself on fire. That'd be exciting, right?
There you go.
Least, we get some excitement going right off the bat. So I want to saute some onions for this recipe. I'm going to start these on a medium-high heat.
Hey, your mom's watching.
Oh, hey, Mom. Hey, you guys, if you didn't catch the Friday before Mother's Day, I got to do a really special Lunch Break Live with my mom. That was a blast. It was really, really fun. That's a fun show to go back and watch. So today, we're going to be talking about so many things. One of the things that we're going to have doing while this delicious onion is cooking up, letting that go on high heat, I want to talk about some different cheeses, some different options for cheeses that we have. So what we're going to be using today in the burritos is a Violife cheddar that's shredded. It's really good. We use this in quesadillas. We use this for grilled cheese sandwiches. This is a really yummy cheddar. But there's so many good options depending on what's in the store near you or what you'd like to make in your own kitchen. Just the options for vegan cheese nowadays are endless. And let me tell you, when I first cut cheese and dairy out of my diet, I thought I just had to give up cheese because the cheese was not good. Now, you don't have to miss a thing. We've got soft cheeses. For anybody who hasn't had Miyoko's cheese, go grab some. It's delicious. You can get them from health food stores, Whole Foods, natural grocers. Trader Joe's carries some of her options. You can also order straight online from Miyoko's Creamery. We love their wheels of cheese. These look really beautiful on a cheese platter, and they're kind of soft that you'd eat with crackers, and so good. Violife Parmesan, I think you could give a dedicated cheese eater this Parmesan, and they would be fooled thinking it was their usual Parmesan.
Let's trick them.
Let's trick them. Let's try it. Somebody do this, and who, people wouldn't suspect you. Catch it on camera. That'll go viral. That's awesome. Daya, this is a brand that was one of the first ones out there making vegan cheese, and I agree, they have come a long way. So if you tried them a while ago, give them another chance. They've got some really yummy options, and their recipes changed actually a lot recently.
This one is still one of their quote-unquote older recipes, the original product, but they have a new it's like cutting board or something like that. That's their newer one. I think that one is just a little bit better.
Yeah, but I do really like this one as well.
Yep.
Also, butter. This is another interchangeable product that you could feed to somebody who, swears up and down that they'll never eat vegan food and forgets that apples are vegan. And this butter, it tastes like any other butter that you've ever had. So really recommend this. So delicious. Those are just some fun side notes while this stuff is cooking up. So when I make a burrito, I like to have really a lot of flavor and a lot of fillings. We're also gonna make a side of kind of Mexicali style salad. So let's get over to here. One other thing that we're putting together today is our award-winning guacamole. Now I say that with I'm probably not allowed to say that because it's we won an award just at a pool party that we were hosting with our friends, but I'm maintaining it.
It was blind. It was a blind taste test.
It was a blind taste test, and it was really delicious. So that's one of the other things that we're putting together. So let's start so the flavors can start to meld together with this salad that we're gonna put together. So first I'm taking some black beans. All I've done with these is dumped them into this sifter and rinsed them out. Put that in our salad bowl. This is some frozen organic sweet corn that I heated in the microwave just to break it down from being frozen, but since this is going to be a cold salad, it's fine for it to still be cold. Then I'm going to take some red onion for a little flair in there. And we're going to be using a lot of cumin throughout these dishes because cumin is one of the flavors, one of the spices that really gives things that kind of taco seasoning vibe. That's the spice when you're like, how do I know that this is a taco seasoning? That's what it is. So let me put those all together in this salad. It's really simple, really fresh. And I even pulled out my spiralizer today, which was a fun gift from one of our very best friends. Thank you, Casey. That's still on one of our favorite things because it just makes any food really fun. And for people watching, sorry, Clyde, all this garlic here, you know I can't stay away from it. Karen, too, I've got a lot of friends that are garlic free, so I apologize, but you can sub that out for something else. This garlic that I have today, too, is really spicy. So we're going to have to be careful how we put that in because we are feeding this to other people later today with social distance, don't worry. So we got to be, careful to...
Any tricks cutting the onion?
You just want it to be bite-sized, and if any pieces like this come out a little too big, you make sure that you take that back through the chopping. But no, just roughly chopped. Everything's bite-sized, so it all kind of fits together.
What about your eyes? You're not crying at all.
Oh. Zoom in on these bad boys. They're watering. But I'm happy. Oh. Did my lipstick just get on my chin because I did a sad lip?
No.
We good?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Some woman tell me if we're good. I swear, I have like eyeliner on my cheek sometimes. He's like, no, I think it looks great. Anyway, yeah, I can't see anything right now because my eyes are watering up.
Tom says hi.
Hey, Tom. Awesome. So now, surprise, we're also making some cookies because, I wanted to get a little crazy today. I told you, surprises left and right.
She already made cookies.
I already made some cookies. So I just wanted to show you guys this. Now, for people who read my recipes or who watch our live shows or who join us on our YouTube channel, you'll know that my thing is kind of, I don't really believe in diets, but I do know that refined sugar doesn't make my body feel great, and so I love to do different alternatives that really make for healthier foods. So this is a lot of peanut butter, it has a little bit of monk fruit as a sweetener, and it has dates as a sweetener. So I love to add in fruits instead of something else. These do have sugar in them. These organic peanut butter, dark chocolate peanut butter cups.
Oh my gosh, these are like my favorite thing ever.
That my husband loves.
I was just about to steal a cookie, but I'll wait till you add the...
Just wait one sec. Let me push this into the cookie. This is a key part of it. So you can see, I'm going to try to let that sit right in the center without breaking up the cookie too much. There we go. For people
Kalea wants to know if you'll share recipes.
Oh, absolutely. Always do. You can always pop over to our blog, which is at www.forgoodnesssakes.com/blog.
We have a link to that in the notes, I believe.
We do have a link to that in the show notes. It's a fun way to get all of our recipes, and we like to do really creative things with recipes. I'm kind of the chef who, frankly, throws different things together in the kitchen, and then I just have to go remember what I did and add that to my blog later, because I'm not very methodical about the cooking process. So I'll let these cookies sit
And was that using date sugar or raw dates?
No,
like dried dates?
That was using dried pitted dates. So the actual dates. I put that in a food processor and blended that up. I did for the binder, for an egg, I used a flax egg. And so it was a really great partnership between the flax egg and the date. And they actually came together really well, made a very thick, nice, gooey, delicious option for binding the cookies together.
Do you need someone to taste test it and make sure it's not poisoned?
Yeah, I think maybe have a bite of one of those. You want me to put a buttercup in it?
Well, I'll just make sure that we know those aren't poisoned.
Yeah,
so.
we know those are delicious. Let us know how the cookies are.
Oh man.
You like them? Peanut
Really
buttery?
good.
You taste the peanut butter?
Oh yeah, peanut butter's coming through strong.
Perfect. Let me check on these onions. Ooh, they're loud. That's what you like to see. Getting just browned a bit. Perfect. Looks like it's time to add that garlic in. Now, I told you that this fresh garlic that we have right now is extra spicy. And so that means I need to put a little extra. I need to make sure that it's definitely cooked a lot. So I can't use it raw like I would often. I'm reserving a little bit of this for the guacamole, and there's going to be enough avocados in that to keep it so it's not too spicy, hopefully. I can handle any amount of spice, so I'm not a great judge of it. I have to have somebody with like a regular palate or check it out and tell me if it's too spicy or not.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for her if she's making something spicy.
Yeah, when we first got married, it was really funny. We had friends over at our apartment back when you could have friends at places. And we had, I set out, I think it was actually a bowl of guacamole and for people to eat. And Brian, my husband, walks by and sticks a chip in it, sticks some in his mouth, comes back over to me and he's like, babe, you can't just feed that to people and not have like a sign on it that says spicy. I was like, oh, whoops, okay. So now my work has to be checked sometimes if I know I put a little bit of spice in it.
Yep, gotta look out.
You gotta look out.
Can I make a couple notes about the cookies?
Yes.
So I think most people are used to their cookies being really sweet.
Yeah.
These were not super sweet.
Right.
And so maybe more sugar depending on how sweet you want them to be.
Okay.
More dates.
Now, one thing is that you had one without the chocolate topping.
That's true. Add the chocolate topping on
you
it.
don't want
and
it
then,
to be too sweet.
Yeah.
So but yes, that's a great note. Thank you very much.
And then just depending on how much of a peanut butter monster you are, and that's another note, is like the topping has peanut butter as well. But I could go for even more peanut butter. But I'm a peanut butter crazy person.
So now I'm stirring that garlic in. I've now brought the heat down to low.
Oh, I wish you could smell in here.
Yeah, that smell is so good. I'm going to add a little bit more of our garlic infused olive oil. Keep it sizzling because we're adding a lot more to this pan. So I want that to be able to simmer down.
Yum.
Putting the heat on low. And starting in on our next next additions, both to the salad and to our burritos. I'm adding some carrot. So another thing that a lot of you guys probably know about me is that I love to do lots of vegetables in our dishes. That's how I enjoy food the most. So that's what we do. That's what we do here. So let's see if I can get this spiralizer to take on the carrot or if it's too narrow.
Looks like you got it. Maybe.
Let's see. So the idea is it should push through. Maybe I gotta start it a little lower.
That is a huge carrot.
It might not be in it today for the spiralizer. So instead of spiralizing, I'll pop it in the food processor because that thing can just demolish everything. And I know you guys half are here to see the blender dance. So, you know, I can't fail you on that one. All right, I'm taking my 3 carrots. Just, these are already pre-washed, of course. I wash everything so you guys don't have to watch me wash things. But I'm chopping it into tolerable pieces for our food processor.
All right, was that the dance? Where was the dance?
There wasn't a dance yet.
All right, next time.
Hold on, because I gotta hold it, you know, and then maybe I'll do it after.
Maybe I can get in there. Tom's looking forward to it. He says, yes, it's blender dance time.
Yeah, it is, and I actually have a pre-planned blender dance that's meal appropriate.
Man.
So, yeah, I mean, that's what we're working with today, you know.
She forgot to dance.
I didn't forget. I gotta hold down the food processor button. Come on. 1 sec while I get this worked out. I'll do a post blender dance. That's what you gotta do, you know. Or a post processor dance.
There you go.
There you go. All right. So now I've got this carrot done. I'm putting it in here. Some of it in this to sizzle, cook down a bit.
Tom wants me to get in and dance.
He wants you to get in
To
and dance?
give you the camera.
This was a burrito roll. Burrito roll. That's our dance for today. No blender, but going at the same time. But
I love it. Tom, what do you think? Do you approve?
do you like it, Tom? You like that burrito roll? Because that's what we're making, you know? Gotta give the people what they want. So now I'm taking the rest of this carrot, putting it in our salad.
Man, so much color in the salad already.
You get it. You know what I'm after.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yes. Now I'm going to take those 3 garlic pieces that I reserved, put those in the food processor for when we come back over here to work on that guac. Let's see here. So I'm going to drizzle a smidge of avocado oil on this salad. Let the flavors start melding. A squeeze of organic fresh lemon. And then I'm going to mix this up so all the flavors can come together. I'll add a little cilantro there at the end so that we've got some green in there.
Wow, Jane's on and says that you're a star and rocking it.
Wow, thanks, Jane. I wore a spicy dress just, you know, for flair, extra flair today. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. All right, so we've got that working. Now, let's see if the spiralizer works for us here as we prep our zucchini. I'm going to cut these a little shorter. I think that will help with the spiralizer, you know, doing its thing. So come back on over here. I gotta have a chair here to catch what we got going on.
All right, and then do your best to get fully seated here too. I think that's part of the trick. It's tough though. There it is. Oh, this is definitely gonna work.
Here we go. This is what we're looking for.
We'd be spiralizing.
We be spiralizing. So fun.
It's glorious.
Now I am tearing that off as it goes a little bit because I don't want somebody to get stuck with a piece of, like a noodle of spiralized zucchini sticking out of their burrito. But I do want that beautiful element there. So it's worth spiralizing, but you don't want it too, worked up. So there we go. We'll chop this piece up so we don't waste it and put that in the burrito as well. Let's spiralize this bad boy. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that just more fun? You know, you really got all that, those fun shapes and colors. This is a fun way to add, something that's kid friendly as well. If you're cooking with kids, You can turn any salad into an arts and crafts piece by using your spiralizer. So that's a fun addition to this whole process.
Can you make curly fries out of this?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Babe, how do we not make curly fries with our spiralizer? We'll have to do that next. Joshua says that you're amazing.
Whoop whoop! Thanks, Joshua.
Thank you for your love and kindness to animals and the planet. Keep it up. Loved your dance.
Oh, so sweet. Thank you. This, food is such a great way to contribute to the betterment of the planet and human health. And, there are just so many great benefits here that we get to be a part of. So it's really our joy and our honor to be on this channel and get to share these ideas with you guys and be part of this awesome community. We absolutely love it. So I've got a suction cup on my spiralizer that is, sometimes works and sometimes doesn't.
Oh, to make it not slide, right?
To make it not slide. I also should have used a bigger bowl to catch. We've got lots of, next time things.
Lots of opportunities.
Lots of opportunities. Great. So now I'm going to take these extra pieces that we'll toss in later out so we can prep those, chop those up. It's kind of cute. All right, these little things that end up after. And I'm going to add, here we go. I'm going to add the zucchini. Right after I add the Beyond Meat. So, next up, I'm going to take this Beyond Meat package. For people who have not had Beyond Meat before, I can't recommend trying it more highly. It's a really, really fun product. I think it's totally delicious. It's soy-free, it's gluten-free, it's non-GMO. It's completely plant-based. You guys knew that already. It's 20 grams of protein per serving. It really fits a lot of what people who are looking for, a meat substitute, it really fits those needs. So I'm just a huge fan. We had a great opportunity and an option to go tour Beyond Meat, and we got their facility in El Segundo in Los Angeles. And we got to try their new breakfast sausages, which were amazing. We got to see kind of how their whole organization works, and it was really, truly special. So, love Beyond Meat. They also have sausages. They have burgers that you can get out at different restaurants, and there's just a lot of different ways to use it. But today we're going to do it as ground Beyond Beef in our burrito. So I'm going to slice this package open. This package was washed when it came into our house, of course, so I'm not smushing germs into the package, Were you not worried about that? Is that just my pet peeve?
And Tom was saying that it tastes so real that it's scary. He keeps having to check the package.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I remember the first when this product and when Impossible came out, we went to a burger joint to have it. This was the Impossible Burger, not the Beyond Burger. We went and tried the Impossible Burger, and I really thought they had messed up my burger. And that was not a fun experience, but now that I understand how realistic the burger is, it's it's cool. If that's what you're going for, then it's so wonderful that option exists. So you can see you've even got these chunks of fatty, it looks like it's fat distributed throughout the burger. They really did a good job of mimicking the texture and the visual experience of Beyond. So really fun to bring that in. Now I'm going to incorporate it with our other vegetables here. So we're going to have a very nutritious plant protein blend here with our vegetables our Beyond Meat, and we're gonna season this really well. So you're gonna see this all start to come together. I'm turning the heat up to medium, low medium, so it can start to really get in there. And we'll head over back to the guacamole. So topping this up, I'm not gonna stir that because the zucchini is the most delicate of all of the items in here. I'm gonna wait for that. That's gonna cook last because it's farthest from the heat. And that's good. That's what we're aiming for. Okie dokie. Now, here is where we start to see, some of the magic come together.
Ooh, we're making some guacamole.
We're making some guacamole. So, we're going to slice open our avocados. The first avocado, I'm going to put half of it into the food processor with that garlic that I did earlier so they can have a chance to blend up. And once those are blended, I'll mash this into the bowl of avocado that we're going to make.
Is that just to give it some volume and
it's
like
gonna
make
help.
it creamier kind of?
Yeah, exactly. But if you do all of the guac in the food processor, you'll find it gets a dense texture. It becomes too much of a sauce and less of a guac. The guac you and I know and love. So I'll do a little bit of it so the garlic gets really well incorporated, but I don't want to do too much because then you have a sauce, not a guac.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. All right, came up on the sides. I know what you guys want. I know. We'll get there. I'll get to the dance, you guys. Jane really started something crazy when she did the blender dance on our Amazon Prime show, New Day, New Chef. If you haven't seen that, check it out. You'll see a lot of cool people. All right. So I did the food processor, so we gotta do the burrito roll. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
You're welcome, world.
You're welcome. There you go. I'm not afraid to get a little weird. Stirring this up. I'm starting to smell that Beyond Meat. That's beautiful.
Just kind of getting the ingredients on the bottom moved around a little bit.
That's right. Now I'm going to turn that heat up a little bit. I'm going to grab this packet. Now you can put together your own sauce or your own seasoning. I often do, but this is such a great little packet from Trader Joe's. It's simple. It's got all the sauces in there that you want, and I really think that works. So I added in about a 1/4 cup of water to help it all get real moist. Oops, people hate that word. Sorry, you guys. And now I've got the heat up almost to high, and I'm putting that seasoning in there.
Yum.
Stir it around. You can see we got the water bubbling up that I just added to help the flavors all come together. Oh yeah, it's getting flavorful. Now that water got soaked up really quick, so I think I'm actually, now that I'm taking a look at it, I'm gonna add a little bit more. I want that sauce to all come around.
Wow, that looks so good. It smells amazing.
It smells so good. I know, that's such a fun part of it. So I'm gonna add, now that I see that, I want to see the sauce and the everything kind of bubbling together. So I'm gonna add a little bit more so I can see that on the bottom. I can get a real simmer going.
Oh yeah, you can kind of see it there.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, covering that bad boy up, I'm gonna take this avocado garlic mixture that we put together, put it in our guac bowl.
Now, how quickly does Beyond cook? Is it relatively fast?
Yeah, so you know, one of the benefits of plant-based protein is you're working with a lower risk factor. So you got to keep in mind that when you're making considerations for, would chefs say, oh, if you're cooking a burger, you have to cook it this long, or it has to get to this temperature. You're cooking a, you know, chicken breast. Sorry if those words are offensive to a lot of people, but so you're cooking that, you got to make sure it's a certain temperature, or as soon as you touch it, you have to wash your hands. And with plant-based proteins, you know, you're working with a totally different, you're getting the flavor right. You're not afraid that if you eat it when it's undercooked, you're gonna die or get really, really sick. So anyway, that's just like a fun note to consider with creating, when you're cooking with Beyond. But you are going to, you treat it, frankly, like you would ground beef. If you don't remember what cooking with ground beef was like, or you never have, you're basically going to cook it until it starts to change color. So you saw in the package, it was really like a light red color, and you're going to be cooking it until it becomes more of a brown. So I'll show you guys in just a second as that color starts to change, but that's a really great way to think about it. So I'm squeezing a little bit of lemon. If I had lime, I'd do lime instead, but lemon's what we got, so lemon's what we're doing. I'm gonna mash that together. So right now we've got 2 cloves of garlic, 2 nice, beautiful avocados that are smashing perfectly, little bit of lemon. I'm still going to add some salsa and a couple cherry tomatoes and some garlic powder. So watch me do that really quick. I'm not tossing the avocado seeds. Those are going to be important. So give me a second and I'll tell you why. Garlic powder, good amount of that. Again, sorry Clyde. One of our friends who can't eat garlic. And therefore probably like anything I make, but you know, we make special considerations. So I'm mixing this up, so beautiful. I really like any salsa that doesn't have sugar in it. If you didn't know, lots of salsa has sugar in it, and that is really upsetting to me. So putting in somewhere around 2 tablespoons of salsa, mixing that in. Now, my favorite guac has some cilantro mixed in.
Let's do it.
My husband doesn't really like it, so I'm just going to add a smidge for, you know, to like stand in for it.
She's too kind.
Then I'm going to take 2 cherry tomatoes and, did I say 2? 3 cherry tomatoes. And pop those in. Now, when this is ready to serve, I'll put it in a beautiful bowl, mix that stuff in so that it's showing on top, and it just adds a really pretty kind of different textures. Now, leaving the avocado pit in your guacamole will help it save and not turn brown. It's a phenomenon I think is so cool about avocados. So that's why you reserve those and keep those to the side. So we've got our Mexi salad. Put a little bit of cilantro on top, enough so that my husband can push it aside, but so you guys can get the color aspects with all those different beautiful colors.
Perfect.
We've got our guacamole. We've got our toppings in here nicely. And now we're gonna put it all together. So my favorite tortilla is a Ezekiel tortilla. If you're used to a flour tortilla, get a flour tortilla. This is not going to itch that same scratch. I mean, it's not gonna scratch that same itch. Because this is a sprouted grain tortilla. It's really good for you, but I'm a firm believer that if you're really craving a type of food, you should have that type of food, and this does not taste like a flour tortilla. So be warned, but it is really healthy, really good for you. Let's check back in on this beautiful mixture, and I'll show you guys the change. Now, this is going to be a little bit misleading because you see the the taco seasoning on there, but this has changed from a pink color to a brown color. And that's how you know it's done.
Kim Delgado and Eddie Ma are watching
Oh,
with
hey
us.
friends! Hey Eddie, hey Kim! It's so fun to have you guys. Welcome! We're making burritos. I'm doing burrito dances. You figure it out. We made cookies. We made guacamole. We got some Mexicali salad going. We talked about different types of vegan cheeses that are available. Some of my favorites. I've made a huge mess of our kitchen. And that's just half the fun we're having today. So,
Tom wants to know if you had jalapenos. So tell me about jalapenos.
oh my goodness. So I love to add jalapenos, but I have to be very careful with how I add it because so many people don't like a lot of spice. If I were to have jalapenos in this dish, I would love to have them on the side so that it could be sprinkled on top because the garlic's already fairly spicy, because there's a good amount of spice in the kind of burrito mixture. I don't want it all to be overwhelming. So that's my logic behind it. So before we started, I heated up some refried beans, and I have now just started this pan on medium so that I can put everything together and have it all just wrap up in that heat. So let me gather over here the items I want for us to work with. Where did I put that sour cream?
Over there.
Perfect.
Yep.
So I'm going to take a little bit of this refried bean right down the center. This is an organic, obviously vegan refried bean that I love.
It's pinto, right? I think.
Pinto refried bean.
So when you make burritos, how do you make sure that you don't overstuff it? Because I always do.
I always overstuff it. I'm gonna do a fake burrito for this video so that it looks like I know how to make a reasonably sized burrito. But usually what I do is I fill it way too full, and it explodes everywhere, and it gets all over my face, and it's dripping down my wrists and my hands, and like I just feel like that's the burrito experience.
Glorious.
So that's that's the goal. Now, cheese. This is that cheddar cheese I was just telling you guys about. This is delicious. There's so many good cheeses that you can use. This one's so good. There are other ones that are really great. I've got a blog about the different vegan cheeses there are, but there are so many good ones, and there are so many unique good ones that aren't even broadly sold in stores yet, that I really recommend checking out the different options that there are and trying them, because cheese is good now, you guys. Plant-based cheese is great.
And to clarify, you did not make your own beans, right? That was a can.
That was a can of beans, that's right. So I'm putting some of this down on the hot tortilla, on the warm beans, and I'm going to cover it with this hot burrito mixture to have that cheese start to consider melting. I want it to think about it, you know? Start getting that melt option going. Got our spiralized zucchini falling out of the pan.
Oh, wow.
Getting pretty in there. And then I need a fresh spoon for the sour cream. I did not make the sour cream. I do love to make my own sour cream. I usually make my own sour cream with soaked raw organic cashews. Soaked overnight. You drain but reserve the water. You blend that in a food processor. Add a little bit of lemon or apple cider vinegar, some nutritional yeast, and you kind of play with it until it tastes just right, just enough tang for your liking. The texture is nice and good and smooth, but I didn't feel like it, so I didn't do it. Instead,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, Lucy just got here and was wondering what's in this pan.
Ooh, that's a Beyond Meat mixture with zucchini, a lot of garlic, onion, and some carrot blended up. So it's a high vegetable, high protein mixture with a lot of taco seasoning. So it's very taco-y.
And some water to get it nice and moist.
That's right. So I'm going to take this tofutti, which is a completely vegan, non-hydrogenated oil, gluten-free sour cream. And I'm going to put a dollop of that in there. I'm down for it to get a little bit warm, so you kind of get that Taco Bell effect of everything kind of mixing together real nice in there. And now that it's time to roll it, see if I could do this without totally burning myself. Because it's hot, you guys.
Be careful.
Yeah. Here we go. I gotta move. Whew. So now we start to wrap it up. Oh, I made it too crunchy, this one.
And this type of tortilla is just really prone to this.
Yep.
It's really yummy and healthy, but it's not quite as much of a rolling tortilla.
So there you go. There's your burrito pocket. You add a little dollop of guacamole to it on top. Add some color for fun, and because guacamole is amazing. Add a little bit of that salad on the side, and you got a healthful, colorful, delicious plate of food. Thank you guys so much for joining this very crazy lunch break live where we had cookies. We
Boom.
talked about different types of cheeses that are available.
Boom.
We cooked some Beyond Meat. We used
Whoa.
tofutti sour cream.
Oh my gosh.
Made some award-winning guac.
Goodness.
And, just generally made a mess.
Oh, not to mention this,
Made
too.
that delicious salad. So that's what we're up to today. You guys can connect with us on the blog at www.forgoodnesssakes.com/blog, on Instagram at For Goodness Seyks and For Goodness Seyks_foodie, and on YouTube where we've got so many videos of our 21-country worldwide vegan voyage. And at 2 p.m., we're going live and we are getting weird talking about travel. If you thought this was crazy, hold your horses for that's not a vegan comment. You got to be careful for those. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they were like, there are these sayings that we have to be careful of, like packed like sardines is one of them. She was like, now we got to say, like, you got to think of something else, like packed like matchsticks, right? So you got to think of it. So I just said, hold your horses. I retract it. I apologize. I take it back. Unless you're like, hold the horse, like you're hugging it. Anyway, you've been warned. It's getting crazier at 2 p.m. for our travel show. So pop back on Jane Unchained Live. We're doing a travel show. We're going to talk about all sorts of stuff, show you some of our videos. We're going to be well fed.
That's in 45 minutes. Let's hope we have enough time to eat.
Ooh!